Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Yes.
Hey, what do you mean by a self paced course?
Well, the course material is available in the form of video lectures. And there are multiple practice problems that come along as well. So, you can access all of it anywhere, anytime. And they are available to you for lifetime.
No way!
Oh, yes way. Don't delay and enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hey, hi, very good evening, everyone. Welcome to this live mock DSA interview session, and I'm very pleased to see you all here. So, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Suniti, and I'm a mentor at Geeks4Geeks. And this is one of our next wonderful series where we conduct interview sessions, right? So, today our guest is Himan Dhawan. So, let us welcome him. And yeah, here he is. Hi, Himan.
Hi Suniti, how are you?
Yes, I am doing great. How are you?
I'm great.
All right. So, can we just start with a quick introduction of yours?
Yes, sure. So my name is Himan Dhawan, and I am working as a iOS engineer in Paymentus, and I have experience of 5 years. And I am responsible for a single product in Paymentus, which is creating a framework for the payments. And I have experience in Flutter also, and I have good command on Dart also. So
Okay, that's really very nice. So, today we are going to conduct a TSA interview session. So, I will quickly explain you the procedure. So, what are you going to do is I have shared a doc link with you. So, in that doc link, I will share the questions with you. So, first of all, you can explain the approach that you will be using. And then, once we are clear on that part, we will be doing the coding thing on the GFG portal. All right.
okay, sure.
All right. So can you please share your screen and open the doc file that I have been shared with you?
Just wait a second.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes. I'm unlocking the Google Chrome screen sharing feature. So wait a second. Yes, is it visible? Is it visible now? Hello.
All right.
Hello.
All right.
Is I'm audible? Now the screen is shared.
Yeah. Yes. Now you are audible.
Yes.
I
Can you
will
share the drive
quickly
link?
add. Yeah. Okay. Can anyone please confirm if his screen is clearly visible and if my voice is audible and his voice as well? Okay. Yeah. Now your screen is visible, right?
Yes.
So great. Sorry. So the first question is, given an array of size n and an integer k, return true if array can be divided into pairs such that each pair is divisible by k.
Are you writing anything on Google Doc because I can't see anything? Okay.
So this case one is 3 and 573 and k is equal to 6. True, because 9 3 we can make a pair. 5 7. All right. So see, the question statement here is, am I audible to you, Himan?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So the question statement here is, you are given an array, all right, of size n and an integer k is given to you. You have to return true if the entire array, like entire array of the size n, if you can divide it into a number of pairs such that each pair is divisible by k. All right. So in total there will be n by 2 pairs, correct? Because we are pairing the elements. So for example, in test case 1, if you have 9573 and the k is given to you is 6. So you will be returning true because we can add 9 and 3 whose sum is 12 and 12 is divisible by 6. Then we can add 5 and 7 whose sum is 12 again and 12 is divisible by 6. So that's why we are returning true because it is possible to divide the array. So is the question statement clear?
Yes, it is clear.
All right. So let me just write a bit of snippet that we want from you. Like let us say you have to return a bool and you have to check if you can pair it and a vector is given to you, say array and an int k is given to you. Alright, you need to complete this function. So first of all, we can start with your approach and the pseudocode, and then maybe we can move to the coding section.
Okay. I have few questions. Like we don't have to print any pair and just return true if any pair is there in this array, right?
Yes, exactly.
For example, whenever we find 9 3 and just we can skip the iteration to find the next one and we can return true.
Exactly. But you need to cover all the elements. All the elements of the array must be covered.
uh, if any if there is a single pair, then we have to return true, right?
No,
If
no,
there
no, no. You have to check, like, let us say if your array is like this, say if it is if it has been 9, 5, 7, 2. All right. In this case, you can pair 7 and 5 for 12, but you can't pair 9 and 2, right? Because it
Okay.
will give you an 11, and 11 is not divisible, right? So
Okay.
that's why you will be returning false in that case. So that is the thing. You have to divide the entire array.
Okay, means if every pair in the array that we can make and that is unique and that should be divisible by 6, and suppose if it contains 1 and we are like we have an pair of 9 3 5 7 but we are left with 1, so this will, in this case, we will return false, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. And is there any limit on the size of the array or the size of the integer, anything like that?
Like you can take it as 10 raised to the power 5, the maximum value of n, and the maximum value of array elements as well. It will not exceed that.
Okay. I would like to first consider the edge cases here,
Okay.
because we are supposed to find the pairs only, and I think if the length of an array is odd, uh, can there can be any pairs which is completing the array as well as divisible by our value k.
Okay, correct.
So can I write it in Swift language?
Swift. All right, you can. So, can you help us with what are you thinking right now?
Yes, firstly, I am thinking of using a brute force approach uh, to solve the questions. Like we can think of all the unique pairs that can be made in an array, and once we have the pairs, and then we will we will we will add those pairs in an array, and then we can get the count of those arrays, and if it is equals to the count of the original one, then we will return true, and else we will return false. And once we have considered that number for pairing, we will not consider it for our next uh, pairing approach.
Okay. So, how will you do it? Like, iterating through all the elements and then checking for the valid pairs. Like, you can pair 9 with 3 as well, and 9 can be paired with 9 as well, right? So, you'll have to check for that whether you're going to pair it with 3 or pair it with 9. So, you will have to make a decision on that basis. All right. So see, I would just like a little bit of, I would just like to give you a little bit of it. Okay, so just tell me, when you are dividing 6 with 9, what will be the remainder?
It will be 3. Okay.
Okay. When you are dividing 6 with 5, what will be the remainder?
1.
See, when you have divided 6 with 9, the remainder was 3. And when you are dividing 6 with 3, the remainder will again be 3, right? So what is the sum of the remainders of 9 and 3?
9 and 3, like for the 9 we have, with 6 we have remainder of 3, and 3 6.
And with 3, what is the remainder that we have?
With 6, right? With 6 we
Yeah.
have remainder 3.
All right. Okay. Okay, so this is one pair. Now tell me, what will be the remainder if you are dividing 6 with 5 and 7?
When we divide 6 with 5, the remainder will be 1, and we divide 6 with 7, then remainder will be 1.
When you divide 6 with 5, the remainder will be
1.
5, right? Dividing 6 with 5.
Yes, 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 sorry.
Exactly. So is there any pattern that you can notice in the pairs?
Yes, its remainder is present in the array.
Uh, I mean, that is not the correct conclusion that if remainder is present in the array, because with 5 we have remainder 5, right? With
Yeah,
7 we are getting remainder 1, right?
yeah.
So, try to observe any pattern in the remainders of 9 and 3, because they consist of pair, and in the remainder of 5 and 7. Like, what is the sum of the remainders of 9 and 3?
Yeah, it sums up to 6, and uh, for 5 and 7 it also sums up to 6.
All right. And let us say if we had another pair, say 8 and 4. Let us say, so what is the sum of remainders for 8 and 4?
2 and 4,
Exactly. So what is their sum?
6.
Exactly. So any pattern that you can see here?
Is the sum of the remainders of the pair are summing up to 6 to the value of k.
Yes, exactly. So maybe we can use this approach that, let us, like, you can maybe think over this, that how you can now check for that. Like if some of the remainders are getting added up to k. So you can think over this.
So we will iterate over this array and we will find the pair whose sum is 6. If
We
we
will find the pair whose sum of remainders is 6. Like, see,
sum of
rather
remain
than, yeah, rather than, checking over the elements, let us just keep track of the remainders that we have. Right. Say, for example, if you are having 4 as a remainder, then you must have 2 as a remainder. Only then a pair can be formed. Is this part clear? Like, if you are having a number which is giving 4, then there must exist a number which is giving 2. Otherwise, the pair will not be formed. Right?
yes.
So, yeah, exactly. So, let us say if you are having a number which is giving a remainder 1, so there must be a number which will give you the remainder 5. Right. So how can you proceed with this to check the frequency, if the frequency of remainders are matching or not?
Why we go this way? Because we can find the pairs. Like if we go from picking up this element and then add it and then find out that its remainder is 0, then it can be in O n square. Is it uh, resolving? Is it minimizing the complexity?
No, like we can do it in linear time as well, like just focusing on the remainders that we have.
Because in this way we are first keeping the remainder and then finding out that is there any other element in the array whose sum
We
is
are
equal to the value.
we are just checking if the frequency, like if suppose 4, the remainder 4 is occurring for 2 times, then we will check that if remainder 2 is occurring 2 times as well or not. So which data structures you can use, to store the frequency and then check for it if the frequencies are same or not? Is there any data structure that can help you with this?
We can use hash map or dictionaries.
Exactly, you are perfectly right. We will use hash map. So, maybe in the hash map you can store the count of frequencies, right? And then you can again traverse in the array, right? And then you can check if the desired thing is there or not. So that may help you. Are you comfortable in C++ or Java or anything like that? All right, no issues.
No,
Continue in this.
so I'm a little bit confused with the approach you are telling me. I'm not able to get it.
Okay, like
So
you were not
can you?
able to get the approach.
Yes, how we can store the frequency and then we can.
Okay, so what I was saying is that what you can do is you can traverse through the array, and then you can update the frequency map according to the remainder. Say the
So at
frequency that
0 index we have 3. At 1
is
index we have 5.
5. You can do this, 5 plus plus the update that we do.
Okay.
Like in hash map, what we do, we update the frequencies, right? So we can do frequency of 3 plus plus, then we can do frequency at 5 plus plus. So frequency of 3 will be 1, frequency of 5 will be 1, and frequency of 7 will be 1, and again frequency of 3 will be 2, right? Because we are getting this remainder again. So you can update the frequency map in this way. You just need to store the frequency of remainders, just a normal hash map where you have to store the frequency of remainders. Like maybe frequency dict at remainder plus plus.
And this with the index of the array in which the element is there.
No, not index. Like you can update it for the remainders. Like at frequency at 3, we have say 2. If remainder 3 is occurring for 2 times, like that. At frequency of 4, we should have a
Okay.
4. If remainder 4 is occurring 4 times. So like that, you have to update it.
So there we can have the frequencies of like 3 has a frequency of 2, and 5 will have a frequency of 1, and 1 will have a frequency of 1.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Just wait a second.
All right. Do you want to try on this question or do you want me to move to the next question?
Yes, we can move on to the next question.
All right. No issues. So here's the next question that we have, and I will quickly write it down. So the question is, you are given an array, right? And then return the number of possible triangles that can be formed from the array, right? So test case one is, let us say if we have our array as 6, 4, 9, 7 and 8. 6, 4, 9, 7, 8. Okay. So the number of triangles that we can have here is 10. So what are those triangles? Uh, 6, 4, 9. We can have 6, 4, 9. Then we can have 6, 7, 8. And then we can have, okay, so 6, 7. We can have 6, 8, 9. We can have 6, 4, 7, like that, or there can be total of 10 triangles, right? So what you have to do is, let us say, just a second. So yeah, what you have to do is, array is given to you, right, of consisting of n elements, and you have to return the number of total triangles that can be formed from this array, right? So yeah, that is the question. If there is any doubt.
So 6, 4, 9, 6, 7, 8. So these are all these values must be unique, or it can repeat.
No, they can be same as well, they can be distinct. No any constraints on that. You have to check if if you can form any triangles. Yeah, the answer may be 0. There is not a compulsion that there always be a triangle formed.
So first edge case will be if the number of count is less than 3, then there cannot be any triangle. So
Right.
if it is equals to 3, then there is one triangle that will be covered and uh, in the approach. So in order to find all the possible 3 elements that can be present in the array, we can make use of for loop, and we can iterate over the array with ON cube complexity and find all the possibilities that we can have of a triangle. Like first we can uh, pick up 6 and 4, and then 6 9 6 7, 6 4 9 6 4 7 6 4 8, and then
Okay.
we can increase the j, and then we can find the other possibilities with 3 for loops.
Okay. All right. How will you check for the possibility if these three elements are consisting of a triangle sides or not? How will you confirm that?
Triangle sides, you mean by this? uh, s- is there some equal to something else, or
Like if you are taking say 649, that it means that we have a triangle whose one side length is 6, one side is 4, and one side is 9. So that three loop idea was correct. Like you will, just check for 6 4. Let us say you have just taken a 6, and then you will check for 4, and then you will keep on iterating for 9 7 8. Then you will 6 is there, then you will iterate for 9 7 8, then 7 8, right? So that is there. But how will you confirm that if
that
they are
it
making a
evolved
side of a triangle?
using the Pythagoras theorem that we used to have in maths?
Okay, so Pythagoras theorem, sorry. I guess that helps us with right angle triangle. But here the triangles need not to be right angle triangle. All right. So if you can help me with just what a basic property of a triangle is.
The angle must be 180, the angle
Okay,
that
the sum
they are
of the
giving.
angles must be 180. Yes, that is perfectly correct. And what is the property of the triangle depending on the sides? It is some.
I forget. Is sum of a plus b whole square greater than c? I don't remember that. Sum of a plus b is greater than c, something like that.
Exactly, exactly. So that is what we have. That sum of two sides is always greater than the third side,
Third sides.
right? Exactly. Okay. So you can use this property to check if these three sides are going to, consist of a triangle or not. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can start doing brute force, and then we will move to the optimized solution. But first of all, let us do this brute force thing.
Okay. I'm just using this syntax of Swift language,
All
so in
right.
which
And
we
maybe
will.
just you can explain it a little bit, because I just don't have much idea with
Yes,
this.
actually, it is in enumeration. We will get the index and the value of the iteration in our array. So
Okay.
here we will get like 0, and the first value 1, and the second value.
Okay. Okay. So you are writing these three loops, right? All right. I get it.
So this is a clause that they cannot be same.
Okay. All right. Very good.
so that we don't get the overlapping of the elements each
Exactly.
time we get the unique pair. And
Okay.
two side sum value 1 plus value 2, it should be greater than. Okay. And this will be checking 6 plus 4. We get the values in 6, 4, and 9 in first iteration, because firstly we will get 666. That will not be supported because index 1 cannot be this index here due to this clause. And then we will finally get this value 649, and we'll check 6 plus 4 is greater than 3, and then it can form triangle.
It is greater than value at 3, which is 9, right?
Right, value 3.
Oh, value 3. Great. So, okay, this thing that you're doing, you are not checking that if indexes are overlapping, then maybe you can, keep the index value of 6 constant, and maybe you can start index 2 from 4 only. Is that is possible in Swift?
Yes, we can do it using while loop, and then we can start from the next one. That can be easily done.
All right. So, I mean, this is also fair enough. Like, if you are just checking if they are not overlapping. Okay.
Yeah,
So, this is the brute force approach. And
yeah.
how much time will this take?
On cube.
N cube, exactly. So, what we have done here is we are just checking that if the sum of two side is greater than the third side or not. And if every time this condition is getting satisfied, we are incrementing the counter, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, any optimized approach? Any optimized approach that is coming in your
Yes.
mind?
Uh, yes. If we sort this array, uh, suppose after sorting, we get 4, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Okay. And then,
and we will first log this, and
okay. So, after
if
sorting, what are you going to check?
I will I will check for with 4 that which triangles can be done. And if we are picking 6 and I am picking from the last one, first picking from the front one, then picking from the last one, and if 4 plus 6 is greater than 9, and then it will form the triangle. And if it is less than 9, then uh, I will decrement from 9 to 8, that whether it will form triangle or not. Or if it is less than 9, then I will increment from the left one to the 7 one, so that the greater number can be added and we can check if it is greater than the desired one.
Exactly. That's the perfect solution. So, can you just write a pseudocode for this?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay, can you just help me with while locked is less than array dot count? Okay, that is the fixed. Oh, all right, that is the first
Yes,
index value that you are considering, right?
that I'm
4.
fixing.
Okay.
Then I will pick 6, and
Yes.
consider list statements if it is less than if it is less than, then we will make front to go further.
And locked you are keeping constant, right? In the current iteration, locked
In
is
current,
constant. Front and
yes,
back are changing. Okay.
yes. So if we find out that it is greater than our current, then we will increase the counter that we are checking initially, which is equals to 1. Then we will also go through the other possibilities that 6 plus 4 can be greater than 7. So in that case, we will decrease the count
We will
of
decrease
back.
the back.
Back.
Exactly. Exactly. Very correct.
We will decrease the back, and in this case, we will increase the front. And when all this is done, we will increase the logged one.
Okay. Correct. Great. Like, are you done with this?
Yes.
All right. So let us just do a quick go through. What you have done here is, if you could just scroll up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So, can you just please explain what you have done?
Yes.
And maybe leave that extra space in between so that we can have all the code at one page. All right, that is 2 pages. Okay, just continue. Never mind. So, yeah.
Yes, what I have done is first, let me write down the case. 47 at first we logged fourth, and then we will use this while loop, and this logged count is less than 1, then another while loop we will come across, and back is greater than front, because I think from the back pointer contains 5 elements, and we will check 4 plus 6 and 9. If it is greater than 1, then obviously our counter is increased and our back goes to 8. We will check the another possibility of a possible triangle. So 4 plus 6 10, which is greater than 8. So again we will increase the counter and go to the 7th one, and 4 plus 6 uh, greater than 7. So there can be a one also one use case, because it's the largest element and the elements are decreasing. If we can count how many elements are there, we can direct
Exactly.
exact
Exactly.
directly increase the counter.
Exactly. Means once you have once it is getting greater than 8, then obviously it will be greater than 7 or
Then
6 or any number which is lesser than that. So
yes,
you can update your counter as directly maybe the differences of the indexes that we have at front and back,
yes,
right? So
y-
you can do it that way. So yeah, anyways, that is not I mean asymptotically TC is going to remain same. But yeah, it's great you figured out the logic. All right,
yes,
so okay, that is what your code is doing. And if the value is coming lesser than array at back, then you are incrementing the front, keeping the log
front,
constant.
yes.
Great. So what will be the type complexity of this code?
uh, it will be less than one scale, because here we are iterating and it's using on,
Well,
but it is not using on. It's less than one.
yeah, but asymptotically, we can say that it will take n square time
And
complexity.
scale,
Because
yeah.
yeah, anyways, it is for loop, but two for loops we are using. So, and you are using this sorting thing as well. So, what will be the type complexity for that?
I think it depends upon sorting. If we are using any quick sort and merge sort, then we will like on square plus anything, then it will remain on square.
Exactly. Okay, like, and the time complexity of any sorting algorithm which we standardly use. What is the time complexity for that?
N log n.
Correct. Great. So, okay, you solved this question correctly. So, let us now come to the feedback section. Just a second. All right, Heman. So, based on the interview, like how much would you rate yourself on the basis of this interview?
Actually, I was not able to solve the first problem, so 5 out of 10, because that was a simple one. I don't know why I was not able to get it. Maybe I was thinking about something different, and then the approach you said was quite different, and I was not able to think about it, and that's why I'm rating myself less.
All right. So, okay, see, what happened in the first question is exactly, it was actually a completely logical question, right? So, the thing there was that if you are not able to get that logic, the exact logic that was being used, then there was a very little chance that the question can be solved. So, what exactly was needed here is we were about to keep the track of the remainders that we have, right? We like you could have created a frequency map storing the remainder. All right, and then you can check that whether for every remainder r there is k minus r or not, where k is the given integer, right? So for every value inside the map, that checking could have been done. Okay, so that was the main idea that I was trying to deliver. So anyways, you were not able to do it, but all right, you tried it, right? So okay, that's fine. And yeah, the best thing about you is that you were able to consider the edge cases, like when I gave you the first question, so the first thing you did was you focused on the edge test case, right? So that is the important thing. We must focus on the edge test cases, because sometimes we just get wrong answers because for that. So that was a strong point that you were having. And the next thing is that even if you were not able to solve the question, still you were calm, you were confident, right? You just said that you want to switch to the next question. So that is the nice thing about you. So in the interviews, like, rather than just doing a question, like, we just get this intuition, right, that if we will be able to do the question or not, right? I mean, that intuition comes to us. So in the interview, if you are able to understand that maybe I will not solve this question, or maybe I can't do it right at this moment, so you can ask the interviewer to jump to the next question. So that was a very good thing about you. You just didn't keep wasting your time around that. You were very clear about it, that what you want, and still you were calm, you were confident, you were not nervous. So that was a plus point about you, right? So moving to the second question that we have, can you just open the doc file, please? Yeah, so moving on to the second question that we have. Yeah, in that second question as well, you were able to, starting from the brute force approach, you were able to come to the most optimized approach. So that was a good thing about you. You were able to figure out everything. So yeah, that's the nice thing. And this question you did pretty well, right? So 10 on 10 for this question. Everything went well with this question, so there is no any complaints on this. And also, as I said, you took care of the edge test case here as well, as you mentioned that if the size is less than 3, so there will be no any triangle. So so that's the plus point. You were taking care of the edge test cases. So 10 on 10 for this, and maybe we can have 5 or 6 for the previous question, because we were not able to reach to a final solution. So that's how the session was. And yeah, you did really well, I would say. Maybe just a little brush up of logic is required, right? Your concepts are clear. You are clear on the part of data structures, and your algorithm point is clear. So that is a good thing. And then maybe just we can brush up our logic a little bit, and then we are good to go. So that was my reviews of your interview. So anything from your side?
It was great. It was great interacting with you. And yes, under pressure and under someone's observation, solving a question is something new. And when you are alone, so you are able to solve the questions, and that environment is different. So it was a very good environment for me to practice, and it was a very good session and a very good feedback that you didn't demoralize the first question that I was not able to solve, and you picked up all the pretty good things that I have done in that. And with that, it's been a very good session.
Actually, sometimes happens, this environment is new, definitely, just getting broadcasted, and then getting interviewed in that way is like, is definitely a different feeling. But the best thing is that it was never reflected on your face, that whether you are nervous or you are stressed or whatever it was never reflected on your face. You just maintain your calmness throughout the session. So that was a very good thing. You were able to solve the question. Second question, you just completely solved it. In first question, maybe there was just some logic that was missing. So that's not the case. So that was a pretty good session. Thanks for doing this session with us. We hope you had a great experience. And yeah, anything else from your side?
No, it was fine.
Great. So thanks, Heman, for connecting with us. And yeah, we wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, guys, here he was. We had Himan with us, and it was a great interview session. I mean, he was not able to solve the first question, but because he was not able to get the logic, as he said, he was just trying to do something else, and I was telling him to do something else. So maybe right at that moment, he was not able to grasp the concept. But second question, he did it completely. So that was fair enough. So, any reviews, anything from your side? Just as we saw, he did well, and also he was the best thing about he was that he was very calm and he was confident, and as he said that he was nervous, but still that was not reflected on his face. So that's a great thing about him that he showed. Anything else from your side? And if any of you is interested to take part in these interview sessions, then a form link has been provided in the description section, and make sure you guys just do fill out that form, and then you all will be getting chance to feature with us, right? We all will be interviewing you as well, and we would love to do that. So just please make sure that you are filling out the form if you just want to get featured in these interview sessions. So it was, yes, of course, working professionals are also eligible. The candidate we had today is a working professional. He's having a 5 years of experience, and he's a great iOS developer as well. So anyone with just who just loves to code, who just want to get interviewed for DSA, is definitely eligible for these interview sessions. So yeah, I hope you all learned something from the good things that Himan showed, sorry, right? And also, we just you all just should keep practicing, because sometimes it may happens that easy question you might not be able to solve at the moment if the logics are not clear. So for that, just keep on practicing the questions, keep on doing revisions, so that will be of great help. And thanks for connecting with us today. We will see you soon in our next sessions, and we wish you all the best. Keep up doing the hard work. Bye everyone.